What if you find kittens that are in really bad shape, like anemic, dehydrated, underweight, covered in fleas, just barely clinging to life? This video will cover some of the steps that rescuers often take to assess and stabilize a sick street kitten. But it's not medical advice, and you should consult with your vet about your specific situation. It all started with just one elusive kitten. We've been doing trap neuter return in this area for the last few months and noticed several cats coming and going from this boarded up basement window. We started asking around with different neighbors and eventually were able to secure access. And a quick warning here, this is some pretty difficult stuff to see. We didn't find the kitten we were looking for that day. Instead, we found three much younger kittens sitting alone in a dark, dirty basement with their eyes crusted shut.
Where did she come from? Here. Same litter?
No,
This is a 3-week-old.
I have the second one here.
Do you have more?
Yeah.
You need more light? Oh my god. Yeah.
You got me?
Yeah.
I know. They're very cold.
Oh, babies. Go ahead, Virginia.
There's a little bread on there.
It's okay. Alright. So, where there's 3, there might be a...
Oh, there might be more.
It's a huge basement. We were worried there might be more kittens somewhere underneath all this stuff, and continued to look while getting these 3 kittens to emergency care.
in horrible shape.
Yeah. Their eyes look terrible.
No matter how many kittens we rescue, it doesn't get easier to see suffering like this up close. When we say there are thousands of cats fighting to survive outside in Brooklyn,
5 weeks, man.
this is what we mean.
Jesus.
Because this problem has existed for decades in Brooklyn,
Oh, you're cold.
TNR volunteers and rescuers have adapted, learning the skills they need to save lives when there isn't a moment to spare. This terrifying eye crust was a combination of hair, bacteria, scabbing, and feces. Whenever you find kittens like this, your first job is to get them warm. And here's why. These kittens are between 3 to 4 weeks old. Kittens that age can't regulate their own body temperature. So when they get separated from their mom outdoors, their organs begin shutting down. These 3 kittens were both hypothermic, meaning they had a dangerously low body temperature, and hypoglycemic, dangerously low blood sugar, which makes it difficult for their body to function at all. That's why it's so important to never feed a cold kitten. They need to be warm enough so that their bodies are able to function and digest food.
And the kittens on intake are, oh god, covered in fleas.
Once we got their temperatures up, it's time to get rid of the fleas that were slowly killing them. When kittens are very young, they can lose so much blood from fleas that they become anemic, and this by itself is life-threatening. This brown water is a combination of dirt, feces, and their own blood from the fleas on their body. I'll drop a few links in the description for more details around giving kittens flea baths and some of the other types of care we're describing here.
I know, sweet boy, girl. It's okay, honey. You're alright.
You're making such a tantrum, mother.
Next, we'll get them dry with some additional heat sources and place them back inside the incubator to warm up again. You can also use a microwavable heating pad lined with a microfleece blanket.
Here you go. You guys are good. You're gonna huddle up together.
Now it's time to clean their eyes with a sterile, warm compress. Getting all the gunk and fleas requires time and patience.
That much, right?
And we're actually relieved to see this kitten beginning to perk up and protest here.
I know. Good. That's what I want to hear. I know, baby. I know. It still smells like trash. You're not trash.
Next, we'll treat their eye infections
I know.
with antiviral and antibiotic ointments.
I know. Oh, I know. It's no fun. It's no fun. It's gonna make you better, okay? Okay, let's get some fluids in you, alright?
Sick street kittens are also commonly dehydrated, yet another condition that can be deadly on its own. These little ones received warm subcutaneous fluids. If you're doing a lot of rescue work, talk to your veterinarian about getting hands-on training for safely administering fluids.
I'm gonna get you feeling better, alright? You're gonna be okay. Good job.
Since they were too weak to eat on their own, and likely haven't yet transitioned to cat food at this age, we made a slurry containing wet kitten food, kitten milk replacer or KMR, and a dense nutritional gel, commonly called NutriCal. You can then syringe feed them small amounts of this high-calorie paste.
Good job.
Go slowly, offering just a few milliliters at a time, making sure they are able to fully digest this on their own. Now repeat each one of these steps for each kitten. It's incredibly difficult work, but you get to see the benefits right before your eyes.
So sorry this happened to you, kiddo. Hi. I see your eyes. Good. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, that's pretty good. Alright, good job. Good job.
No kitten rescue is complete without trapping and sterilizing the mom cat. Over the last few months, our team has trapped and sterilized dozens of feral adult cats on this block and the surrounding area. Given that just one female cat can have 2 to 3 litters per year, hopefully now you can see why TNR work is so critical to preventing more cats from suffering outdoors. After searching the basement for days, we found another kitten from the same litter. And eventually, we found the original elusive kitten that started this whole project. By leading us into the basement, this spicy nugget ended up saving several lives. I couldn't imagine our own cats suffering like this, waiting for help outside in the heat. Except they did. And that's why I'm asking you to join us by becoming a monthly supporter, to not just make this critical TNR and rescue work possible, but to fully break the cycle of suffering. Let's create a world where everything you saw here today doesn't need to happen again.
Was that good?
Let's give every cat the life they deserve.